This is one of my family's favorite dishes, and I like it because I can always use different vegetables that I might just have in my refrigerator, or I also like to use whatever's in season. So here is what I'm using this time. I actually made this pasta for you last year, and I think I did not use sweet potatoes in it, but I'll leave a link to that one if you'd like to look at it. And so you can print these out below the video if you want to, or you can also just do a screenshot of them, and so that way you'll have them for the grocery store visit. So let's go ahead and get our pasta water started. I went ahead and generously salted it, and now in another skillet I am going to put a little bit of olive oil, and I want to remove my sausage from the casings, and I'm just going to brown them here. This is a chorizo sausage. You can also substitute whatever kind of sausage you like a hot Italian might be good, or a sweet Italian. And I went ahead and grated up my sweet potato. I peeled it and grated it, and I'm going to add it to my boiling pasta water. And once it comes back up to a rolling boil, I'll go ahead and add my pasta. This is just some whole wheat pasta, and you can add your sweet potato about 5 minutes later after you add your pasta if you want to. It just depends on what kind of texture you want your sweet potatoes, okay? So I'm just going to remove the sausage. It's now browned. I'm going to let it drain on a paper towel, and I need to check the pasta to see how it's doing, and it looks like it is done. So I'll go ahead and remove and drain that in a colander and set it aside. And now I want to get the sauce going. So I went ahead and melted my butter. I'm using about 2 tablespoons of butter, and now I'm just going to cook my red peppers, and once those have softened up nicely, I'll add my garlic, and we also want to salt this as well, okay? So just go ahead and cook those until they are soft and tender. And now we'll add the flour and a pinch of salt, and let's go ahead and whisk that flour into the butter. Your peppers should have released some moisture from cooking them in the butter, so you'll have a little bit of extra liquid here for the flour, okay? So let's just go ahead and whisk it in there good. And once you notice that it's starting to bubble up a little bit, I'm on about medium heat, maybe medium low heat, just go ahead and slowly add your milk, okay? Don't dump it all in at one time, or you might get lumps. So just go ahead and slowly whisk your milk in. I'm using a skim milk. I'm only going to add about 1 3/4 cup at this time until I get to the thickness that I want. If you're using 2% or whole milk, you may not need as much milk, okay? So now I'll go ahead and add my chopped spinach. And we're going to let that cook. We'll bring it up to a little simmer. We'll just keep an eye on it. I'm going to let the spinach cook for about 4 minutes. And once the spinach looks like it's cooking pretty good and the sauce is starting to steam up a bit, I'll go ahead and add the grated cheese, and we'll just whisk that in. And now I can add my sausage. And I felt like the sauce was a little bit too thick because I'm still going to add noodles into this. So I want the sauce to coat the noodles. So I'm just going to add a little bit of skim milk just to kind of thin it out. And that looks like a good consistency. So now I'm adding the pasta. I cooked a 16-ounce box of pasta, and I'm only adding half to this because I like to use the rest of the pasta later in the week for school lunches and things like that. So I'll just set that aside in the refrigerator. And there we go. It is so tasty, and I like it because there's a lot of vegetables in here, but there's not a lot of cleanup. So let's go ahead and spoon it out here, and it's not quite complete without a little bit of fresh tomato on top. Or you also could add canned tomatoes to the pasta when you're cooking it, but since we had fresh and they were in season, I went ahead and put them here on top along with some fresh parsley, and it's really good. So I hope you can give it a try. So if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by heading down there and giving me a big thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, you can head over to my channel where I have a lot of videos organized in a playlist section. And let's say if you have some leftover spinach from this recipe and you're looking for some ideas or ways to use it, just look for spinach recipes, okay? So thanks so much for watching, and y'all have a beautiful day.